Alright, everybody. Today we will be looking at a demo of famous fleetness athlete Thigh Grabber. This guy's been in the scene for a while now, an old pro. He actually went away to kill the bad guys. He played the CT in real life, and now he's back, and he's ready to keep fragging. So we're going to be reviewing his demo today. So let's get into the meat and potatoes here. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay, first thought here. Land on the tire. You don't land on that back wall. Land on this tire. Right here, this tire. Land on it. You don't take fall damage. It's faster. We're gonna see that a lot with this Thigh Grabber demo. Okay, get clear here. Here's his teammates. The teammates falling back from bathroom. Good boost here. Okay, not gonna see anybody for a little bit. Good jump spot. Okay. Okay. Sees ones. Good kill. Not bad. I see where you're going with this one. You want to definitely try and get as many as you can before the rest of the T's get here. The only thing I'm seeing with the problem with this is you have your teammate right behind you here. You get the first one, which is good, but now everybody knows you're here. So you get this first one, it's kind of surprise to the T's. They didn't know you're there. Now, the other T's, this guy, he's going to be looking for you. You just killed his teammate. So now he's looking. And could have waited for this guy a little bit to maybe take advantage, make sure somebody can trade you here. Instead, you die for free and this guy can't trade you. But really, it's not too bad. You know, you're in a disadvantage. You have to take some inherent risk when you're in a disadvantageous situation. So, not too bad there. Let's keep going. A rush, pistol round, doesn't matter. This is where we really get into it. Let's get into this first gun round. Okay, Everett's gonna be playing. He's gonna get body blocked by his teammate throwing smoke. Ooh, that flash is not good. I'll show you a better flash to throw. Actually, I'm pretty sure Big Oxtail throws. Yeah, this is a flash you want to throw right there. Whereas, as you'll see from Thigh Grabber's POV, it'll land behind the wall, so you can peek with that. The initial flash that Thigh Grabber tossed out here, yes, it did. I think it did maybe blind one of the opponents for 1 millisecond, but the issue is here, and you'll see this, is look at where everybody is when this flash is being thrown. Look, this is the first guy. Here's the flash right here. You see where Thigh Grabber is? He can't peek with this flash. So essentially what this flash is doing is kind of a waste of utility here. But let's keep moving on. Okay, a little bit. This is probably a bad call from the Big Oxtail here. Yeah, get caught out. That is unfortunate. Probably a bad call there. Okay, another gun around here. Okay, not making the drop. Yeah, pulling out that flash there, you're a little bit exposed here. They could have already been out by this time, and they could be shooting at you. So you're going to want to throw that. I'll show you a better flash here, where you can bounce it off the wall. It's going to land in front of monster. Make sure when you're going to be the guy holding monster, or the guy holding in between monster and short, jump and land on this tire. You want to make noise. The flash I wanted to show you when you're running up here, where it'll land behind you. Once you get to the top of this kind of floor right here, at the top of the ramp, you're going to want to aim at this monster's face and then just throw it. And what that does is it's going to land right here behind you. It won't blind you. And on top of that, these people who are running through here, they will be blind by this, especially if they're running through that early smoke. Yeah, they're gonna be blind. So they should be free kills. So make sure you might not be able to throw this. If you're throwing this smoke right here, you're not gonna be the one able to do this. But if you are trying to get to the left side of monster or just hold that smoke, make sure you toss this and swing with it. It's gonna help you out in a lot of your and peek with yourself. Actually, I believe Big Oxtail does this the very first round of the game. So let's steal that here, and we'll slow it down. So when you get to the top of this ledge, you're gonna want to aim at this little blue freak's mouth, and just let go once you get to the top of that edge. That's gonna land behind you. Ooh, that one misses. Okay, we'll cut this part out. Moving on. Where were we? First gun round. Alright, resume here. Yeah, the flash. You might blind yourself a little bit there. I think this peak right here, very ballsy here. Just because you are exposing yourself and not really going to get a lot in return for this type of peak. Somebody could be holding you here, and with this type of peak wide, look how wide this is. You really want to come here and you want to jiggle this spot a little bit, maybe even just show your shoulder, especially if you don't know there's no smoke here, you don't know where they are. There could be somebody holding you, there could be 4 people, there could be 5 people holding you, so you could get shot and die here for a peak this aggressive. And you're not going to get a lot out of that, a peak like this. So teammates are taking short, the T's are up A, I'm sure that's being called. Okay. Maybe sitting around a little bit long here unless we're going to start pushing up connector pretty soon. You could have gone and cleared, you know, the monster position right here. Going down short and clearing that tunnel. Okay, going to be going up connector. Okay. Clearing this long side. Yeah, here you're still, see, this is where you're clearing long, which is great here. However, while you're clearing long, you're unintentionally exposing yourself to this bathrooms player here. So just be a little bit more aware of, you know, how you're peeking these angles, where you're exposing yourself to. Still get the kill here. We're going to see that come up a little bit this game where, you know, Everett's going to be exposing himself to angles that he might not need to expose himself to while he's going for fights. And that'll give you a lot of space there. So just make sure, peeking the angles, I saw one moment where you peeked, when you peeked like this almost, you exposed yourself. Peek a little bit like this, okay? See that you're not gonna get shot in the side of the head once there. I know it seems slow, but if you do it quickly, you don't have to walk the whole way. Just like this. It's gonna be a lot better. You're not gonna get chance shot in the side. I'm gonna go back to here because the smoke does miss. And I'll pause it right here. The crosshair needs to go right here, not up on this line. And we'll see pretty soon here. I believe this might get his teammate killed because the smoke might miss. Also, Stry here is going the wrong way to hold. Yeah, see, the smoke is missed, and he dies. Yeah, so that's very unfortunate. Okay, let's check out this monster smoke. Get right here in this corner. Aim at the top of this. Where really just aim at this pole and at the top where that light fixture is. Just jump through. As you can see in the bottom left, that's going to land in front of monster. I believe Thigh Grabber corrects this later on. Okay, playing Toxic, not a bad position to be. May have expose yourself a little bit there while you're not a great spot to be at, honestly. You kind of get caught out a little bit here with your teammate dead. Maybe you could play a little bit further back in pit here. Maybe play this spot so you can fall off if they keep pushing you. Not yeah, probably just a little bit bad positioning there. Could have hugged the pillar a little bit harder. Okay, let's move on to round 6. And you see he's getting closer with that smoke, but not all the way there yet. We're gonna see him not land on the tire again here. Okay, missed the smoke. A little bit wide on that peak there, but you know your teammate did check. Really good job here leaving B early when you realize that your teammate does have short control. So no reason to stick around there for too long. You did clear monster. Not bad here to go back heaven while you've got so many people holding A. Okay, now I'm sure green is screaming that they're coming B. Let's slow this down a little bit here. Let's see how. So no utility. Get smoked out. Playing a good position here to hold this. Might want to swing a little bit there while Stry is fighting. See, moving here while they are swinging. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit intentional with your movements, especially right before somebody's gonna peek you. Good job pushing here while they're planting. Okay. Not bad. I believe here, Big Oxtail just showed him how to throw the smoke. What an absolute saint. Okay, just... Molly could be desired, but I understand what he's going for here. Might not be necessary, Stry already peeked that. Okay, holding this. Ooh, okay, yeah. Here is definitely something to nitpick on. When this smoke is fading right here, really he needs to duck over to some cover. He needs to duck over to the left. Because right now, as soon as this fades, he is going to be exposed. This guy, could be somebody down there, could be somebody in the short tunnel. That's a lot of fights. You're going to have to flick onto that guy. You're kind of exposed. If there's multiple, you're 100% dead. Just be a little bit more aware of when that smoke is fading in Monster. You know, you want to duck into the cover, probably hug that left side. He misses the glasses on the door. People might not know this, but what the hell is this flash? Let's see this. Where does this go? Let's see.
Throw it flashbang.
Okay, I mean, wouldn't really blind anybody, but I like the idea. Okay. Could be maybe a little bit better used. Okay, you know there's a lot, at least 2 mid. This is not a bad position to be in, this one. I like to crouch in this spot. Okay, peeking a little bit. They know you're here now. Good job peeking with your teammate when he is fighting. Yeah, good round. Maybe reposition there after you're exposed, but, you know, just a general rule of thumb. Didn't really matter there. Hits the smoke again like a gangster. Love that. Yeah, this guy may hear you running like this. Let's just check. He does hear you. He does hear you. And my volume's pretty low watching this demo. So he will hear you if you're running there. So, you know, make sure when you're getting up to here. I wish you could be a little bit more precise with this. Yeah, right here while you're still running, might want to walk. Not early in the round, but after you're a little bit delayed, you want to start walking a little bit sooner. So somebody is bottom con here. There's a lot of people short. He peeks it. You know, I can't really blame him for this. He wants to get these short guys. You know, if you're not intending to open this door and swing and peek right away, you may want to look behind you. Get the kill. That guy is just, you know, massive baiter. What can you do? Got shot in the back by a baiter. It's gonna happen. Hits the smoke. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about with throwing that. After you throw that monster smoke early, you know, you need somebody who's not yourself. Wow, that's really annoying. To actually cross over here and look at monster. Somebody needs to be watching monster. You can't be the one responsible for watching monster. And especially not the one throwing the grenade, because right now you have two opponents who could take your lunch money right here, since you're a little caught out of position. Fortunately, Stry is right here. What a weird spot to sit to hold monster. Yeah, I mean, this is a mess. Nothing Thigh Grabber could do about that. Okay, gets the first. Gets second. Okay, he doesn't know where this last guy is. We knew he was short. Little caught out there. Not too much fault. Not too much fault to be there. Just make sure you're aware of, you know, where the opponents could be. You don't need to be jumping around too much there. If you're not jumping onto something and you're not bee-hopping, don't be jumping. Oh, Stry actually threw the molly here. Very good on Stry. Let's see what else is here. His teammates pushing short. There's a couple of people up A. Maybe could have pushed with Stry here short. Just to ensure he gets this position early on. Wouldn't have cost you only a couple seconds to ensure that he doesn't die for free. I mean, if you think about it, Stry is peeking short. If he dies here, and you're all the way running up, you know, heaven to B, or to A, your team might lose the round, so... They did rush A here, so not bad to get aggressive, but... Okay, good job trying to peek with your teammate here. Yeah, clearly hearing a lot of people long. Not the best time to pick up the M4 here, or AK. A little unnecessary. You're leaving a lot of gaps here. You know, there could be someone in bathrooms, there could be someone mid. Kind of in the middle of nowhere here. Yeah, get caught out. Yeah, get caught out there. Really, where I would have liked to see you play here is probably just right up here, and actually like looking at the opponents here. I'm not sure why you can't move. Yeah, like this. Just crouching, looking over here, holding mid. And then when these guys are running up long, you can headshot peek them instead of standing out in the open. Let's keep moving on. Okay, coming A this round, a little bit of a change up. Okay, he doesn't throw that flash again, that's good. Attempting to fight early. I don't really like that. But you didn't get punished for it. Let's try not to do that. Playing here, you could be exposed to, you know, a lot of angles this fight. It's not bad with your teammate divider, but if you got a teammate divider, just focus on this and focus on this. Don't expose yourself to all three angles. You could be dead here for free. Okay, Big Ox still throws a good smoke here. Good job repositioning, holding bathrooms, making sure people can't get through there. See, what I noticed with this is, and what I've noticed this demo is, Grabber is holding, kind of stagnant, holding some of these angles. He's not jiggling in and out of cover. And there's peeker's advantage in this game. So if somebody came around bathrooms and they were ready to kill you, there's no chance you win that. So what I like to do is, every 1 to 2 seconds, 1, 2, peek with the intention to kill somebody. Go back, 1, 2, peek, and then keep doing that until you see somebody or you have to move. So what I mean by the 1, 2 peek here, just as an example. So instead of holding this angle for quite some time, holding it, it's a decent off angle early in the ranks, but a lot of people will come around here and they'll clear it because people will hold this line. So instead of holding it kind of idly, what you can do here is 1, 2 peek, 1, 2 peek. And you have to be, kind of hyper-focused in it. It kind of forces you to be hyper-focused in it to take this fight. And peek and try and kill this guy. Peek and try and kill this guy. And I like to stagnate by about 2 seconds. Sometimes 2, 3 seconds, depending on the angle. Peek like that. So that's what I mean with peeking. Good job re-smoking mid here. Could have... What I would like to see here, and this is a little cheeky, throw the smoke a little bit deeper. Throw it a little bit deeper, because then you can sit in this dividers right behind the smoke and hold bathrooms. Great off angle here. Something I definitely recommend. Somebody could walk through the smoke. You're not really watching a whole lot here. Okay, going back to this bathrooms position is not bad. Good kill. Walk peeking here. Yeah. If this guy is ready for you. Neva Raven, you just killed his teammate. Half a second ago. So let's look back at this. Let's look at Neva Raven. He's going to be ready. You just killed his teammate. And so you kill his teammate. He knows you're there. You don't need to keep walking. I get you're trying to be re-aggressive, but if you're going to walk and peek this angle, and you just killed somebody 1 second ago, no need to walk here. Because now, look, when you're peeking and walking here, and when you just peek, you can peek a little bit. You won't make any noise. In this game, if you peek 1 to 2 steps to the left while you're running, counter strafe, you're not going to make noise. So there's no real reason to ever be walk peeking anything in this game. And yeah, you get punished for it. It's a really easy kill. So no need to walk peek. Even if you're trying to be silent, you still won't make noise. If you run and you counter strafe really quickly when you're peeking.
Anyone spot me a weapon?
So let's see where Thigh Grabber's going this round. Okay, pushing A here. Running. Really running here. This is insanely loud. Is there anybody bottom con on the other team? Can this guy hear him? And let me turn my volume up a little bit, because people, when we're playing, when we're all playing, and we want to win, you're going to have your volume up if you're not trolling. Let's just see if he can hear Thigh Grabber. Yeah, they can hear him. Okay. Yeah, we don't want that. We do not want that. We'll keep it a little bit up. Okay. Get to start walking, but you need to walk a little bit earlier. Just need to be a little bit more aware. Why did he shoot? Okay, misclick. Nobody heard it. That's that silence M4, baby. He's pushing your, pulls out the knife, starts running. I don't like that. I don't like that. We don't know. They're not on B site yet. You don't need to do that. So don't need to pull out that knife and jump and start running. Luckily nobody caught him. Has a free kill. Gets the bomb here. Nice, good kill. He wants all of them. He's swinging. I don't recommend this though. We know there's 2 guys here. I don't recommend running into this. But he just got 3 kills. He's on for the ace, baby. He gets double peeked. Like, wow, pretty intelligently here from the T's, double peeking here. A little bit greedy, but I totally understand. He was on fire there. Not too bad.
Remember, this is bandit country.
Now we're on to the
Shoot
T side.
everything that moves.
So let's see what the call is this round. Okay. We are going A. Looks like a A down connector to B. Teammate dies. Holy crap. Very, yeah, be aware of where you're exposing yourself to. Look at how you peek this angle and where your crosshair is. So you know this guy's here. You're assuming he's divider, but this is a spot people can play right here. So you gotta have your crosshair there. You're just wide swinging it. Really wide swinging it, hoping that guy doesn't dome you. He doesn't. I'm more unnecessary. I guess, you know, you're baiting. Okay, teammate kills that guy. Okay, good. You started losing the fight. You prioritize. Look, there's a guy in heaven about to dome you. Good job not sticking around too long with that. Good job prioritizing the plant here. Because this money is very important. Now we could potentially force. Good kill. 1v1. Amazing. Amazing gamer. He might need a better night. Wow, and he is a disrespectful. Just disrespectful individual. Okay, let's see what the call is here. He's got a smoke and a flash here. He's running. Entry fragging. Okay. A little bit wide.
Okay, I'm setting it down here.
Sees this guy. Nice dome. Good kill. Ah. Yeah, that's what happens. A little caught out there. I understand you want to kill that guy, but when he's already crossed the pillar like this, you know, it's better to scoot back a little bit. Just scoot back a little bit here. Let's do past this. Right here. Play right here. He's already passed. Hold for this guy pushing. You kind of get caught out a little bit here. Little unnecessary there. Unnecessary death. Okay, looks like this is an eco round. Might not see a whole lot this round. Okay, I'm not sure if I like this fight. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, team is crumbling. Okay, kind of ballsy. We don't know what's going on here. Alright. Have the bomb 2v5. Not really much going on there. They just fall off. You know, it's cooked. It's cooked there. What are you gonna do? Okay. Let's move on. It's a thigh grabber. A strange name. This guy might be a weird individual. Demo review started at $5.99. Running through this molly, it's good. Is exposed to graffiti here and not looking at it. The guy is graffiti. Okay. Planting in the smoke. Do we have anybody short here? Is there anyone short? There is somebody short, so maybe a little unnecessary to plant in the smoke here, but not really gonna fall in for this. And the CT is doming. Again, not really his fault there. It happens. It's a nothing burger round. Another eco round. Probably another. Ah! Land on the wood there, buddy. There's some wood behind you. You know that. I don't have to show you. You know there's wood behind you. Let's keep going. Okay. Baited in. Fish on the hook here. Total fish on the hook here. Got baited in by the soy. Yeah. Be intentional about what angles you're exposing yourself to a little bit there. Wouldn't hurt you to peek that a little bit. You know, that very, very common angle a little bit. But he is rusty. Let's keep going. Alright. Okay, grabbing the bomb. Good teammate here. Teammate's flashing for long. Okay, teammate flashing for long again. He already flashed for long twice. Probably don't need that third one. Probably should just trade this guy if he's just fucking booking it. But this is a random guy. You don't know what he's doing. Spray control. Spray control. Alright, let's see what's going on here. 2350. Why not spend the extra 350 bucks? Even you can buy down to 19. Is this full loss bonus? Full loss bonus. Buy down to 19, 18. Yeah, you could have got a piece of utility and some head armor here. Kind of troll purchase here. How are you missing the wood behind you? Do you not know it's there? There's a wooden pallet behind you land on. Okay. Could have, you know, donated your life to the terrorists by opening that. Still could be shot in the back. I'm not sure why you opened that door. Unless this is a 100 IQ play for Stry here. To bait this guy in, let's just see the subplot. Okay, Stry is running, so this guy should know, but he's kind of a little deaf. 1 million IQ from Thigh Grabber. Baiting him in. Still could have got shot in the back for free. Is he gonna jump peek this? Holy, that was quick. It wasn't too bad. Clears it. Maybe be a little bit more intentional with that peek to kill somebody if they're there. You kind of willy-nilly peek that while you're still running. Look at this. Yeah, this wasn't an intentional peek to kill somebody if they're in the angle. Not intentional to kill somebody if they're in the angle. They would dome you. Not really even concerned about the angle too much and running. Yeah, you gotta be... There's nobody behind you. You're not entering for anybody. You gotta be more intentional. When you're on the terrorist side, when you're on either side, and you're peeking angles and nobody's relying on you to create space, you gotta be intentional and pre-aim the common spots. You're gonna get a lot more kills that way. Okay, he does it here. He does it perfectly. So this is what I'm talking about. Pre-aiming the spot and being intentional. And then he just fucking doesn't give a fuck about this or that. Just sprints across. So a little bit of inconsistencies here. Gets shot in the ass. You could have waited for your teammate here. You could have waited. He was coming monster. You didn't have to go out here early. Just maybe being a little bit more aware of where your teammates are and how you can better utilize them. Didn't need to go out here super aggressive. Didn't need to sprint. Like, with the time you saved by not clearing the angles intentionally, you know, your teammate could have been at monster, and he could have been helping you with this fight. So now you get kind of shot in the ass. But make sure, I noticed that a little bit with Thigh Grabber. He's not really utilizing his teammates to, you know, their best potential, what they should be doing. And with this specific angle, with peeking up here, what I would have liked to see when you picked up this M4 right here is a jiggle right here. See if anybody's here. A jiggle right here. A jiggle right here. A jiggle right here. Jiggle right here. Jiggle right here. And finally a jiggle right here. And once these are all clear, kind of come back here. Maybe look towards here. No, you probably still don't expect this guy to be monster, but if you wait for Stry to push through monster here, you're going to have, you know, a little bit of a 1-2 punch. You're going to have double the information that you previously would have, where there's just a lot less chance you guys both get caught out here. I haven't seen him ask for a flash once this game. Something that a lot of people don't do. Okay, this is a B round. He's got full utility here. Holy shit, a lot of nades. Okay, let's keep going. What's that? Why is he? Whoa, the bomb is out. Planted the smoke again. Glad he doesn't get punished this time. He's got a Molly, smoke, 2 flashes. He knows somebody's graffiti. I would like to see him smoke this. He knows the guy is heaven now. He just tossed a grenade. Could have died from here, but there's a guy 100% graffiti, so not too bad. Crosshair placement. This guy is not Shaq. He's probably not gonna peek you from up there. This guy is not Shaquille O'Neal. This guy is burning in heaven. You can hear him burning. And now he's taking this fight. You knew the guy was heaven. You mollied it. That's gonna last 4 seconds. Probably didn't need to take this fight here. Probably should have held. Yeah, you're getting shot in the side of the head from heaven, and now this guy's killing you. And you had a smoke and a flash there. You could have smoked heaven. Kind of bad utility usage there. A little too aggressive. Slow it down. Make sure, you know, you get rid of angles where you can get peeked from, especially on retakes, on post plants. You know, eliminate some of those angles. You know, perfect example is when everybody smokes Moto on Inferno A site. You know, you're eliminating that angle where somebody's gonna have to run through smoke and kill you. Make sure you're doing that here. It's just the little things. Could have maybe won that round if you maybe did that. It's still a 2v4, unlikely, but just something to think about. Has pretty decent utility here. Teammates flashing for him, so he doesn't have to flash. He's entering, so I totally excuse the way he's peeking that, where he's just kind of sweeping. You know, and he just got a flash for him. Not bad here. Yeah, it's fine to sweep here. If there's nobody else behind you, take your time, jiggle out the angles. You're swinging with a flash, no worries. There's a guy along bathrooms here. I don't like the way jump. Why are you jumping onto this bench? Whoa! I'm pretty sure Mr. Soy can see you here. Yeah, he can, and you can't see him, and now you're gonna have to fall before. Don't jump on the bench. You still get him. Wow, what a player this guy is. You still get him. You don't have to do that. A general rule of thumb with peeking angles in this game, the further away you are, the more advantageous it's going to be. When you peek close, and this is a good example. This is a really good example, actually. So look at the Soy. We'll slow it down. So if you'll see the big oxtail, by the time he'll see, let's say I'm on this back wall, and you know the Soy is right here, we're gonna see each other around the exact same time. Here, when you're so close to the angle, you see, I'm probably gonna start shooting, he's probably gonna start shooting. Exactly, almost instantaneously. When you're this close to the angle, if I wasn't there baiting for you, you probably don't get this kill. And it wasn't really baiting for you, but I was just in a closer position. But now, like, he can see you. If you were alone trying to peek like this, you're doomed. I mean, what can you see here? What is the benefit of going up close here? Not many. So, you get pretty fortunate killing this guy. Good adjustment here, killing this guy. Okay, good utility usage here. Smoke. Good molly. You've got a flash. You've got 2 teammates behind you. They don't really have any good utility to ask for a flash, so swing in here. Kind of ask crosshair placement, not gonna lie, he is rusty. Just make sure you're checking that. Play the pre-fire maps. You're not killing this guy if he was here. You're not killing that guy if he was here. I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. This guy's a moron. And you just get killed for free because this guy's a moron. So, it's not on you. Let's keep moving on. Just make sure you're being intentional about when you're peeking. What angle you're peeking, just think about it a little consciously. Round 22. If I recall, this is a highlight round from Thigh Grabber, just in terms of intelligence. So this is a 2v4. Thigh Grabber does a really good. So it's a 2v4. He pushes through the smoke. And normally, you know, this wouldn't be great. But here, when you're at such a big disadvantage, this is where a lot of newer players don't know. when you're at such a disadvantageous scenario, 2v4, you know, you got to take some risks to try and win the round. If you're not taking risks, you're not going to win the round. So this is good here, pushing through the smoke. And here, he really triggers me because he doesn't know how to silently drop. So if anybody was over here, if anybody was Khan, they would have heard him and killed him. Learn how to silent drop. I'll show you how to do that. Here's this guy. Free kill. This heaven smoke is gonna miss. While you're in this exact same position, aim right here at the top of this pole. Don't aim at that. I think that's the old way to do it. That smoke is gonna miss. Yeah. Smoke's not doing us any justice. Unless somebody's, hey, maybe he intentionally did it. I know he didn't. Let's keep going. So this is a good round here. Good calls, good mid-round calls here. So Thigh Grabber hears he's coming up heaven. He's rotating. He turns around and goes back to B. The big oxtail is going to make a lot of space here.
Deploying smoke shield.
And this is perfect, because now they've totally fallen for the bait. So this is a really good round here. Holding short here. Good to reposition here. Play this headshot angle. This is a good spot to play. Okay, probably some calls going on that these guys are down. Okay, this guy is fighting for his life. Big oxtail. And he's blinding his teammate. Very good here. Okay, spray was god-awful. But the intention of what he was doing was absolutely perfect. So his teammate is fighting. It's going to be a lot easier to win this if it's a 1v2. So the Thigh Grabber is pushing through the smoke and going to try to double peek with his teammate here. Perfect play from Thigh Grabber here. He whiffs. It doesn't matter. High pressure scenario. He's rusty. Work on the spray though. Work on the spray hard. But great intention of what to do there, and perfectly executed outside of the spray. That was a must-round win, 2v4, so that was really good. Round 23 here. Let's go back to our boy. Going short here. He has a smoke. He could smoke this molly. Not a big deal. Minimal damage on teammates. Good job looking at this angle. Good job looking at this angle. You're gonna miss the heaven smoke again. You miss. Yeah, you gotta throw it on that. The pillar. On that little pillar. Pole. Here, 11-11. Oh my god, where are we? Let's go back. Let's go back. 11-11. Probably. Yeah, here we go. 5v2. Must win round. You don't need to run through the smoke here. Don't need to do this. Teammates are not ready to go out yet. A little unnecessary aggression here. Team, I think, still wins the round, so it doesn't totally matter, 5v2, but make sure somebody's ready to trade you, and make sure your team is ready and knows what you're doing. Holding this, another good example of holding this angle. This is good. Call was clearly to hold here. Okay, Thigh Grabber is gonna get in this position. This is good if you have people ready to push monster this position, but if you're by yourself and there's not a lot of certainty that you're going B, I don't recommend this. You're kind of stuck on an island here. He's got full utility here. He is trying to be sneaky. Oh, you're too wide. You're too wide here. Okay, you tuck back in, but I think this guy has seen you. I think he's seen you. Let's see if he's seen you. So let's go back. I think he's seen you, which yeah, that's not bueno here.
Throwing a Molotov.
Yeah, he saw you when you poked out a little bit there. He wasn't wall hacking. I'll show it again because I kind of fucked it up.
Grenade.
But yeah, let's see.
Throwing a Molotov.
Yeah, he sees you. He sees you. So no, he's not wall hacking. And that's how the game ends. Kind of unfortunate that it's a little anticlimactic. Overall thoughts for Mr. Die Grabber here. Good player, solid player. He's doing a lot of things really right. He's throwing some decent utility. I think he needs to work on his utility usage a little bit. Obviously, Stride does. Holy shit. Make sure you know what angles you're exposing yourself to when you're peeking. There's a lot of times where you're peeking an angle and you're exposed to another angle where an opponent could be, and you're kind of paying the price for that. So make sure you know where you're exposing yourself to. Jiggle peek, you need to start jiggle peeking a lot more. Almost every single peek you're making, you need to start jiggle peeking it. You're not doing it all the time. Sometimes you're walk peeking. Totally unnecessary to walk peek anything. Especially when on your T side, there was a round here where, let's see if we can go back here, if it'll let us, if the demo isn't cooked.